Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a 4v4 on Ilst Outskirts. Looks like it's an extended version of Ilst Outskirts, which normally is a 2v2 map. It's on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. Representing the Germans today, we have Ralph Roberts as Panzer der Tactics for the Waffen-SS. We have Lenin Hand as the Wehrmacht without a command choice yet. And Untercommander also as the Wehrmacht without a command choice yet. And finally, we have Arranged Karma as Propaganda Tactics for the Waffen-SS on the northern flank. Represent the Soviet Union. We have Theo going straight again with Motor Strelki. We have Irok Shakur without a command choice yet. We have Testia Line without a command choice yet. And we have Teams with Motor Strelki. So it looks like we have Motor Strelki on the flanks. Means they're going to be very mobile on the flanks. We'll have to see how this turns out. So yeah, Ilsk Outskirts, but it's an extended version. This is an intriguing map design. I want to see how this turns out for them. I don't think I've ever seen this map before. At least the 4v4 version. Storm Pioneers are so far keeping the Sabbath at bay. So the Soviets are trying to secure territory across the front line. But most of the fighting is going on the southern flank right now, between the Storm Pioneers and the Zappers. Panskers are slowly making their way up though. But this is a fight the Storm Pioneers should be able to win. At long range anyway. We're also seeing a unit of Storm Grenadiers arriving. And on the northern flank, it looks like we have some Volkssturm arriving here for the propaganda tactics. Volksgrenadiers here in the center. Looks like we have double Volksgrenadiers at the moment for the Wehrmacht in the center. There'll be a lot of Soviets coming our way though. Molotov going out. Oh, very good one, that. Volksgrenadiers throws a grenade, but that's the end of them. Yeah, well, down here we have the... Oh, we have Osttruppen. So we have Ostlegion here for Lenin Hand. Generally a good choice, I feel, in a Eastern Front battle, because Ostdivision is just very good at supplementing in big fights. Also throw it ahead. Doesn't seem like it did much. We also have double Osttruppen arriving here. Eastern Europeans who are fighting for the Germans during the Second World War, generally conscripted against their will most of the time. Ooh, but the Wehrmacht has to pull back here. That's too many Soviets coming their way. And the Kulwagen is taking a lot of shots here. Waffen-SS is trying to push up though, and they are pushing up very aggressively. Maxim is running for the Soviet Union though, to try and hold them back. I don't think that Storm Pioneer is going to make it, nope. He manages to get a grenade off though. He's trying to flank. Oh, but he gets cut down. Oh, grenade almost kills them, though. Very risky maneuver there from the Germans, but it looks like it might have paid off somewhat. And on the northern flank, we have the conscripts also fighting against the propaganda tactics. Volkssturm remanning the Kugelwagen, but it has no gun. So they're still holding on, though. There's also a Jeep here for the Soviets. Plus, that's Gunner. Some very aggressive fighting going on here, but the Soviets have secured the fuel. Also, we also have a commander choice. Looks like this line has gone for Tank Destroyer. Still nothing from Irok Shakur. Has the last Wehrmacht picked anything? No, Lux Untercommander has not picked anything either. Because some people are still deciding what to go. Conscripts are doing a lot better against the Osttruppen though, because Osttruppen are not very high quality infantry. They're cheap though, that's kind of a big thing. Also the Soviets have pushed the Waffen-SS somewhat back. More conscripts floating onto the battlefield there. And we do have an MG42 here for the Wehrmacht in the center. Propaganda tactics is still holding up behind this down Sherman, apparently. Trying to keep the Soviets at bay. Who are arriving here with DPMs now on their Frontoviki. Soviets still hold this fuel. So Soviets actually have both fuel points at the moment. Which I feel is a little bit of a detriment to the Axis at the moment. Because the Germans are very reliant on fuel, to my understanding. The Storm Grenadiers are doing a good job holding here the best they can. Molotov coming their way though. And they have to quickly get out of it. Oh, they actually burn up! Oh, war is hell, everyone. War is hell. That means the southern flank after this is down to one Storm Pioneer. We need to get some more troops onto the field. Most of you sure is still trying to hold the center here. It also looked at the propaganda tanks have secured and have managed to keep a hold on these munitions, though, which is going to be helpful for the Germans. They've also got an MG08 here, the German machine gun of the First World War, utilized by the Volkssturm as well in the Second World War. You can get a lot of weird old weaponry if you're playing as Volkssturm. It's very fascinating. Also have a tank hunter here. Oh, PTIS kills the driver. I might be in der Kugelwagen. They can get another rifle shot in, that is. That's a tank rifle shot. There it goes. MP40 is now being equipped here on the Sturm Pioneers. We also have a new squad of Sturm Grenadiers called in to try and supplement. Most of them are being ordered to charge. Probably to try and get close enough to stop that Maxim. Building goes down though. I do love Eastern Front fights. They can get so aggressive. And so brutal compared to Western Front fights sometimes. Oh, that's a dead Ostrom squad, I feel.
We have casualties.
Ostrom do not have a very high survivability rate here. Soviets are making a push. I don't feel the Germans are prepared for this. They don't have enough cover. The Soviets are just streaming forward now. Even have a lieutenant nearby. Also Maxim coming up behind. I feel like the Germans need to do something else to hold on here. Especially now when the Maxim is opening fire. Oh, Sturm Pioneers goes down. Smoke grenade going out, that's a smart move. Just to buy us some time. Satchel charge is being upgraded in the sappers though. Oh, we also have an armored car bringing up here forward to get a machine gun. We do have some folks, Grenadiers here armed with some Sturmgewehr, so that means he has gone for infantry. But I think they're being cut down here by this Soviet motorized assault. Oh, satchel charge. No, that's not a satchel, that's an incendiary grenade. Satchel charge hits here. Still destroys the forward HQ though. After the system, the southern flank has completely collapsed. MG42 at 100 rounds on the Grenadier. That's a lot of fire coming their way though. They did lose the gunner on this armored car. Fire control running this mortar position as well. The Soviets are just arriving everywhere with their conscripts. As they kind of should, that's kind of what they're there for. Propaganda attacks is still desperately trying to hold up here. Volkssturm are holding along. Actually, it's just Volkssturm there. And two Sturm Pioneers. The Volkssturm cannot hold here forever, I feel. The Soviets are still pushing up for the center. Valentine tank coming out for one of them. Ostrom has remanned the mortar. Molotov on the Lieutenant. He has to get out of there. Sturm Grenadiers have been called in to try and hold up the front line again. Fort HQ was set up here by the Soviets, but it does go down to artillery. Yeah, some veterans here for the 3rd SS. You need to get squad that can call in. You can only have one of them in the field at a time. Oh, some of the best infantry the Waffen-SS can get, I imagine. But that's just too many Soviets here. Panzers are getting close. And they haven't been upgraded with any unique weapons yet. They have to evacuate that building. That's a Molotov. Sturm Grenadiers moving up with an MG42. Veterans are still staying in there. Holy shit. Then we're going to have to get out of there. Looks like the Volkssturm raids to make some more sacrifices. And a lot of Soviet infantry is coming up here alongside some elite Udan infantry. There's a pack though arriving here, and it takes out the Jeep. Actually, there was an armor. Yeah, there was the Jeep, my bad. But it looks like the Volkssturm is being suppressed. Great though. Valentine tank moving up here now in the center for the Soviet Union. Light phosphorus shell loaded. Hits the Pioneers. MG42 manages to kill the gunner of the armored car. And hits the driver. And then destroys it. Germans are still trying to hold on here. More replacement forces are arriving for the Waffen-SS. You know, the Soviets are trying to dig in with their own bunkers at the moment. Mines also being laid. The Soviets are really preparing for a potential counterattack. Also Valentine and northern flank here. But Volksturm do arrive at Panzerfausts, remember that. They're trying to get close to the Valentine. Oh yeah, the Soviets are just like an infantry up here at the moment. Will they get it off? They do not. The Valentine still manages to back off. But the Germans are now able to secure a little bit of the front line again up here. Looks like the northern flank is at least doing nominally better. The rest of the German flanks are not holding up well. We do have a command F1 arriving here for the Mthis. A Siskin has arrived though for the Soviets, so they can deal with this. Artillery being called in, looks like it's going to be 12 centimeter. That's going to be pretty big. Soviet artillery landing around there. Doesn't look like it hits anything. Oh, Siskin opening fire. And while the Wehrmacht is fighting down here in the center again. Let's hear this 12 centimeter artillery. Let's see, it's probably not going to hit anything there. Yeah, it's a little bit too far away. It almost kills the gunner though of the bunker. Oh yeah, there we go. Gunner's gone. That's the opening the Mthis was waiting for. It's just too many Soviets, I feel like. Looks like the Volksturm managed to push down here though with his bastards, but they got killed by a white phosphorus from the Valentine. Valentine does go down though, and it allows the Wehrmacht to push up with the F1. But meanwhile, this is happening. The Soviets are taking advantage of that on the northern flank. Well, the some few of the Mthis needs to get to cover. Pack has been decrewed. And Sturmgarnier is in trouble. Looks like we have a crowd moving up here. Probably not the best position at the moment. And he needs to turn that Panzerbüchse on it. Oh, it doesn't penetrate. There we go, that penetrated. And take out the half-track. Mthis repairing the F1. Meanwhile, the other F1 is pushing up here. So we're taking out the forward Soviet HQ. But the Soviets are pushing up on the northern flank here. I don't think the Mthis can hold on for long here unless they get some more units. We are seeing several T-34s also are going to be around for the Soviets. MGO needs to set up quick. Lloyd now in the open and start taking any shots, surprisingly. Oh, they're trying to focus down the MG. Smart choice. Molotov going out. The Volksturm is still holding on. Now the southern flank is firmly in the hands of the Soviet Union. Hillblock has been established though, allowing the Germans to keep at least infantry at bay here. They also have mortars now arriving for the Mthis. They need some kind of mortar. Mortar half-track also arriving. They need to get the Soviets off this position. This is a good battle so far, I like it. I didn't expect to see Il's outskirts as a 4v4 map though, that's a really nice thing. I guess the map actually fits quite well for it when it's been extended a little bit. Another Valentine arriving here. Jäger's being called in. Unique squad available to Wehrmacht Infanterie. T-34-76 is arriving on the northern flank for the Soviet Union. Ooh, mortar takes out something. I think that was a Maxim. Good job, mortars. Like, sometimes mortars is just what you need in these kind of situations. And they're doing a good job at it as well. The Soviets don't have any counter barrages, but they do have a heavy mortar arriving now. Alright, they're playing as rifle. No, that was not mortar strike, it was rifle they were playing as. No wonder they overwhelmed the southern flank. I completely misinterpreted what they were playing as because the Soviet naming is so weird. My bad, it's not mortar, it was rifle. No wonder that they're just able to overwhelm the Germans down there. Rivals is a really good commander. And with the heavy mortar here, that's going to be very good for counter barraging. Already trying to get some shots in here. And the German mortars are very bunched up. Looks like it's time to target down the mortar. The mortar half track though. Smoke shells going in. Ah, because the Germans are preparing a bush. I see. On the northern flank here, the T-34s are still brawling. Germans are lacking AT equipment. They only have the Volkssturm. Being armed with Volkssturm Gewehrs. Also, the Ostdivision is also moving down here to support the Waffen-SS. With the Hauptmann leading the way. Germans need to get close to that Maxim. Oh, that's actually a machine gun they've stolen. But I think they've stopped it. Yeah, it's been pinned. Oh yeah, the Germans pushing up aggressively now. I think they might be able to push back the Soviets here if they do well enough. Much of the Soviet infantry has been suppressed. Panzerpanzer gets behind cover though. And more Soviets are getting around. Big assault on those Stone Pioneers. Artillery strike is going in for the Hauptmann. And we also have some stormtroopers arriving here now. Oh yeah, the Soviet support weapons just completely got destroyed there. We actually get KV-1 called in. Germans still holding on to the northern flank. I'm gonna apologize if I missed something because 4v4s are very hectic and all over the place, so I cannot watch everything at the same time. Especially with so much action going on. Definitely a good match so far though. We're seeing an Aufplay here for the Waffen-SS to just keep an eye on stuff. Which also allowed them to see all the way up here without any issue. And they are hitting at the moment that crater. Command team from the F1 survived. Engineers moving up quick. Tourists are re-manning their equipment and have to pull it back, I think. Oh, they're trying to set up an ambush, actually. I'm sure that's a good idea. F1 pushing up here. Valentine hits the Jaegers with white phosphorus. Almost killing them. F1 going in for close. Oh, heat shell! And it blows it straight up. Very nicely done. Gassing assist in the center here, failing to hit the F1. High explosive being loaded now. And F1 succeeds in killing the crew, but its vision block gets hit. Forces the F1 to pull back. And on the northern flank, the T-34 is still bombarding the Volkssturm position. Pack 40 has arrived though for the Volkssturm. Well, propaganda tactics rather. Trying to get some long range shots in. But he's trying to hit the front at long range, which is not the best move of it, but it's not really much else they can do. Soviets are pushing up. It is out in the open, there's no cover. High explosive still loaded. Oh, hits it but doesn't kill it entirely. Machine guns kill off the rest of the crew though. Stone Pioneers are quickly rushing up to reman it. Artillery being called in here by the lieutenant. Soviet Air Force flying overhead. There's a big operation going on today. The Soviets keep pushing up aggressively. They even have a Kapitan nearby. He's actually preparing a fire for effective barrage here. That's going to be a lot of artillery shells. KV-1 pushing up here in the southern flank. As shells keep landing, this is truly an Eastern Front battle. Volkssturm and the Waffen-SS is trying to push up, but now the big barrage is going to start coming in. That's going to be 122mm with howitzer shells. The Waffen-SS has to evacuate. Once those shells start landing, that's going to destroy everything here, I feel. Look, did they cancel it? Oh, the Kapitan died! Oh my god, they actually managed to cancel it. But they're still gonna lose this HQ, I feel like. Because the Soviets are just pushing up. That T-34 leading the way. There's just not enough here to stop them. They might still trying to hold here, but artillery's landing in. We also have the Polish resistance on the field. Okay. Battle group unique to tank destroyer. We barely see them ever used. I think they They need some more utility, in all honesty, and a way to get more of them easier. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of mortar shells. After this, is trying to push up here. They have immobilized the KV-1 in the river. They get with another Panzerfaust. Ostdivision is doing its best to supplement. They've even set up an 88. That'll help keep any heavy Soviet armor down here at bay. Alright, so do we have a commander here? Looks like it's Soviet artillery, okay! So it's going for all the heavy stuff today. Well, not armor, unfortunately. Oh, the Mthis has lost their armored HQ up here too. Yeah, the Soviets are just pushing very aggressively. Mthis is very vulnerable if they lose their trucks. You even have a major turbo see the front line. Oh yeah, I don't think the Germans can hold for much longer this rate unless they get some support. They just have to take out the F1. Lots of artillery landing on the southern flank. Like lots of artillery. KV-1 is being repaired here by a truck. And heavy mortars back in action. Still trying to be in counter brush to deal with the German mortars here that are clumped up. There's also some mortars here from the Ostdivision. We are seeing a howitzer being set up here by the Ostdivision to help deal with Soviet artillery, I imagine. Which is probably going to start coming shortly. They want to still just trying to back off. Truck gets destroyed. Sysgun is opening fire with artillery.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
Oh, good job with the Alf class. That's me allowing him to just see everything that's going on down here, isn't he? Yeah. He's got a good sight on what the Soviets are doing thanks to these Alf class. But the Soviets are threatening the northern German base. The artillery landing around the other truck. There's too much Soviet presence here. Keeping the force leading the way. Panzerschreck misses. Stormstorm is getting close though. Trying to get an AT grenade off. They succeed. But they manage to get the truck still. We're also seeing Soviet vehicles arriving en masse still. S-76 and then also an Su-85 at the moment in the center. Germans are lacking a lot of equipment. The southern German flank is actually what's holding best at the moment, I feel. So the howitzers in counter brush. Those are counter brush, it's just hitting in the area around the Soviet heavy mortar. Another T-54 forcing out here. The Germans are still holding on. Panzerschreck team gets killed. The Mthis is lacking any AT equipment now. The T-54 is pushing up. Ready to support. Another AT team is being recruited. And the Mthis is not doing well at all. More Soviet Air Force flying overhead. Oh boy. Very aggressive battle here.
Sniper has arrived.
The Soviets are just not relenting, they keep pushing and pushing. Actually still threatening the space up here. Oh, tank hunters are present here and they are getting their Panzerschreck. Which will force the T-54 to stay back for a while. Artillery being called in again by the Soviet Union. Stormtroopers moving up here with their Sturmgewehr. Let's get behind cover. Shooting into the... Oh, they mowed down the lieutenant down the open road so quickly. Very nice job there with the Sturmgewehr. Panzerschreck team trying to get into range. Missed. Also seeing a Hetzer arriving here to help supplement this part of the front. They need it. KV-1 being a menace down here. Pack does penetrate though. And this other KV is still being repaired. But so much artillery is going in. So it's not setting any houses yet? No, they are. They are setting up houses and it's already been set up actually. Ooh. The Ost Division is really fighting on most of the flanks, which is good to see. They are supplementing their allies the best they can. After this on the north flank is scavenging. Good to see. They need all the fuel they can get. Need all the supplies they can get at this point. Oh, looks like a headset went down here to the SU-85. Aufklar is still present. They might get spotted soon at this rate though. The Soviets are still pushing. They got spotted. Company is trying to push up here. On the northern flank, the T-34 is still present. Soviet infantry behind it. Killing the tank hunters. That's the excavator to get in position. As here comes the T-34. Oh, it's being used as an artillery piece at the moment. But because yes, apparently the T-34 can be used as artillery. Gets some misses. SU-122 coming onto the field here. Well, T-34 is going to try and brawl with the Hetzer. Probably not the best choice. Hetzer's actually pretty decent. Oh, KB1 stolen here. The Waffen has gotten themselves a Beutepanzer. We're just trying to get it back to German lines to repair it. Because the Waffen really needs it at this point, I feel like. Need all the armor they can get. And then area on the eastern front, Germans tended to capture a lot of Soviet equipment and use it whenever they could, just because the Germans really needed equipment. So good job here from the Soviets having a recon team. That really allows them to keep sight on what the Germans are trying to do. Scavenging more stuff, very nice to see. And they're setting up the HQ further back now. Probably a much better idea. They're also getting Panzerfaust upgrades for all their troops for free. Well, not be for free, but it just means they don't have to upgrade it for each squad. Let's see. KV-1 is being repaired now. And that'll definitely be a boon for the Germans, that Beutepanzer. Artillery shells are landing on the front line though. On the northern flank, the Soviets still present. Keeping an Odon squad nearby. Here we have the SU-122. French also going up. We have the Major nearby. Artillery shells are landing in the German base. MG-08 setting up out in the open by a crater though. Needs to relocate, I feel. After this is scavenging whatever they can as well. Good to see. Always good to see scavenging operations going on. T-45 is being prepared by one of the Soviet players. And such a hectic battle. SU-76 is also opening fire. More heavy artillery coming. We are seeing an SU-152, I believe. SU-122 probably has to be cautious. It's meant to deal with tanks, not infantry. Pacific misses. Storm just has to pull back quickly. On the southern flank here, the Waffen is still trying to repair the... Oh, the KV has barely been repaired. He needs to pull back and get repaired again. 88 has been cleared though. B4 shells are landing as well. The Soviets are really just hammering the German positions at the moment. Stalin Sledgehammer, as it was nicknamed. I'll take out the pillbox there. Pacific misses again. Second tank hunter team arriving. The Germans just need some kind of AT equipment on the field. So we have a fuel airdrop or weapon airdrop here. That should be a Pack 40 and an MG34 that's being airdropped here by the Ostdivision. Yep. Exactly what it is. Germans still trying to hold on. Okay, we saw where we are seeing a Tiger tank. Yeah, we are seeing a Tiger tank being prepared by the Waffen-SS. That might be give them a little bit of an opening they need. Yeah, there's the Tiger tank, and the Boider Panzer KB1 is also ready. A lot of Soviet armor on the northern flank, though. Still threatening the Waffen-SS base. Another 88 being set up here. Probably a good decision due to all the armor arriving. 54 hits. Oh, it's trying to run! But it gets taken out by another Panzerstreck.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the
And now with an 88 up, I think the Soviet tanks need to reconsider where they want to attack. Artillery shells is going in, though. The Germans are still holding on the best they can. Good artillery strike there on the Soviet southern flank. Maybe Boider Panzer leading the way with Tiger behind it for support. Soviet Air Force flies overhead again. K1 penetrates the Boider Panzer. High explosive loaded here. Now that's a fragmentation shell. Panzers have been given improved AT grenades, but the machine guns mow them down. SU-152 present here. Tiger tank is slowly creeping up. 25 Panzer Grenadiers on the fields. One of the unique Panzer Grenadiers available to Ostdivision. They're taking too many shots. See, we also see the Sturm Grenadiers on the field. Another squad available to Ostdivision. The 78th Sturm Grenadier to be specific. Soviet anti-armor is preparing to relocate to deal with this Tiger tank, I believe. On the northern flank, the Soviets are still gearing up for an attack. Need to take out this 88. Oh, artillery shots are hitting straight on the HQ. Artillery shot hit the 88. Now that's the opening the Soviets are waiting for, I think. Yeah, I think the Soviets can move in now. The Germans have lost practically everything up here. And on the southern flank here, where's the Tiger? They missed the Tiger. The Tiger got destroyed and I missed it. God damn it. Looks like the... oh, but 88 took out the SU-152. I've been the SU-152 that took it out. And so much brutality here. The Soviets keep up their advance to even have rifle veterans nearby. Let's see. I don't think the Germans can make a comeback, but they still have that KV-1 Boider Panzer. Soviets do have the stuff to move up here if they want to. Although 88 has been remanned. And the Waffen-SS is somehow able to even get a Panzer command up, despite everything. Yeah, the German defense is not gonna last forever. Boider Panzer holding on. KV-1s might not be designed to fight KV-1s. Oh, we also have the Soviet Air Force coming in now with a glider. Soviets are calling in everything. And here comes the glider, and it's the Soviet Airborne now on the field. But this is a big combined Soviet push. 85 spots the commander, or the lieutenant. Well, Untersturmführer actually, it's the Waffen-SS, not the Wehrmacht. And the Soviets are preparing to push again, I feel. No, probably not yet. I'll be preparing for another artillery strike first. Boider Panzer has been immobilized though. Leaving it vulnerable to this SU-85. Which is slowly getting position here to hit. There's a pack though. Those guys want to take out the pack first with a high explosive. Oh, but it's not sure what to do because of the camouflage. When that allows it to get a shot in. So 8285 is pulling back. Artillery strikes are still landing around. On the northern flank, the German front line is being smoked. The Soviets pushing in with sappers with satchel charges. They're trying to take out the base defenses first. Probably a smart choice. Artillery going in on the 88. Good job with the satchel charges. That's probably the opening that the Soviet Union was waiting for. They could just move in now, I feel. And the 88 is still around, though. Tiger Ace has arrived, however. Now, will the Soviets push, or will the Soviets not? So they're trying to try and push. They'll run straight into that Tiger Ace. That's going to be quite the engagement. Let's see how the Tiger Ace does. Takes out the 85 in one shot. And with that, the Soviets decided they're not going to strike it for now. Tiger Ace is very hard to deal with unless you get the good artillery pieces, but they do have that SU-122, which could probably destroy the Tiger. Oh, it's going for it. Oh, good penetration there. Oh, it doesn't penetrate the Tiger! But the Tiger leads sight on the SU-122! As the SU-122 gets one penetration, that might be at the death of the Tiger tank. Artillery strikes also landing again. The southern flank, the Soviets are doing a big push as well. While the Panzer has been cleared out. Ooh, and the Tiger Ace is holding on here the best it can. It's been stunned. This gun's moving up. Boy, so much is going on right here in such a short amount of time. This gun is present as well. Doesn't hit. SU-122 moving up. This penetrates. Artillery shells also landing near the Tiger now. They're trying to zero in. Tiger's going into a hold down position. Doesn't penetrate. Oh, and the SU-122 shoots straight through the Tiger, destroying it.
We have lost contact with a heavy tank.
And several T-34s now being paired by the Soviet Union, I think. The German position is about to be overwhelmed. As the Soviet offensive just continues relentlessly. This definitely feels like late war Eastern Front with all the explosions going on. They're still trying to hold on up here, but that will not last anymore. The Soviets have the stuff. They even said they have another B4. Oh my god, they have so much artillery. The Germans have still tried, I'll give them that. But I think the Soviet presence is just going to be too overwhelming now. Yeah, B4 gets another good shot there. They're still trying to scavenge everything they can. Let's see, and the Germans are still trying to repair that HQ. I really think the HQ repairs on the destroyed HQ should be a little bit faster, but that's just my opinion. Just in case you do lose, but you actually your team is able to make a comeback, oh, at this point, it's surrender. I guess that makes sense. This has been quite an interesting and intense 4v4 on the Eastern Front. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.